moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Darius Geis. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Flag 22! Flag 22! Come back, come back!
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Watson. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gould now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
First carry for Royce Freeman. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Able to slither by. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Hot!
They'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Shaquille Barrett coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey! Green 39! Green 39!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So the Broncos coming out now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56. Look at.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Now let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. Come back, come back.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
Geis with a carry on second down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Black 22! Black 22! Black 99, Philly!
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Down! Green 39! Green 39! Reset, reset, reset! Reset, reset, reset! 48, Mike! Let's go, let's go! Come back, come back!
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Black 22! Black 22!
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds Severian Jenkins. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And complete over the middle, Severian Jenkins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Look at this, a tight end carry. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll run with Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Black 22! Black 22!
Watson now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. home now, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And coming out now, the Broncos. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Watson to throw on 2nd down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3rd and 2, Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gould is able to put it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset.
Here we go now.
But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Green the line! Green the line!
Now a run with Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12.
Reset. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
319!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, here we go. 319!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. 52. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Good, 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 good.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They're inching closer and closer here to their own goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be think pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Hey, blue 80. Blue 80.
Here's Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down. Three's the mic.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Down! Green, down!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Double tight. Four down. Check.
And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey. We got three.
Set! Black 22!
And they'll indeed take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.